Thank you for tuning in. I am your host, Dr. Raquel Leah, and you're listening to Healthy Families First. And we're sponsored by the Cognitive Institute of Dallas. And the day diary has been really good. This is day 5 of 5-minute excerpt where we just want to hit one point. And the last episode, the point was communication and how it's not going to go right. And what do you do when you have the right to communicate, but you can't dictate how someone else communicates? You can't dictate it. So the last point in day 5 of the day diary of the 5-minute excerpt, we want to talk about acceptance. And one of the frustrations of life is that we don't accept what has happened. And when children are not in your home and you're battling custody, you're not going to accept it. Let's say the children are in your home and you're the full-time parent. You're not going to accept the fact that now you have to be 2 parents, and the diadem is that you don't have the freedom that you once had. That parent that has that freedom is going to be very judgy in how you deal with the children. Every time they interject, there's going to be an opinion. And there's going to be a blowback, and people are going to talk. Why? It's what people do. My sister-in-law, we had a conversation, and she told me, she said, Raquel, I don't care how many people you don't have in your life. I don't care how many people you do have in your life. We don't need people. We want people. And so you have to accept the reality of your situation. And through that acceptance, it may mean you cut some people off. Cut them all off and start from scratch, because you don't need people. You want people. And the reason I'm remembering that nugget, I'm not going to tell you whether I took her advice or not. I'm not even going to tell you how I responded. I'm not even going to tell you the situation. Here's how you have to deal with the need and want of others. You have to come up with some kind of acceptance of your situation. I have another friend that is going through a divorce, and she has 3 children. She never wanted children. Her husband wanted children. And now she's a single parent, full-time, with the children in her home. It's not how she expected her life to be. She thought she was going to do something else. As a matter of fact, she's gained 75 pounds. So this is definitely not how she saw herself when she was a college grad. So now there's a level of acceptance to the realities of our situation. And I think it's more frustrating because we do have an apple pie syndrome. We have what kind of pies do people eat? Because I don't eat pie. No, I eat lemon meringue, so I'll use lemon meringue. We have a lemon meringue wayness of how life should be. And we don't want anybody slicing our pie. We're Americans. This is the way we want it, and this is the goal. This is how it's going to be, and no one's going to tell us how it's going to be until they do. And until it does have impact, and until it does make a difference. And now it does. And as you go on through life in your years, you realize that people have more of an impact to dictate how your life goes than you thought. They do. And accepting part of your situation is the first part of learning how to change your situation. First, you got to accept what it is. You have to accept where you are. You have to look at where you are. You have to deal with the emotions of that. And then we start building and changing. And I'm going to tell you right now, it will be a decade before people accept where they are. And people get grumpy and they're ticked off and they feel like they got the raw end of the deal. They didn't want to be a single parent with so many children. And look at this other part of the parent. Look at this other parent. They're living their life. They're driving a new car, and the child support is not enough, and this and that, and then this and that. And look at their in-laws. I'm getting a lot of flack on Facebook from their in-laws. Cut it off. Accept your situation. Accept where you are. Accept it. And when you accept where you are, then I'll show you the freedom of how to change the acceptance, how to embrace it, and then how to grow from that, and then have something else to feel wonderful about in life. I'm your host, Dr. Raquel Leah. This has been Healthy Families First. Thank you for tuning in.